Welcome at the WILHELMY.SCHOOL of organ building. We've got an interesting moment right now. We've got a buzz in a pipe. Wonder what it could be. Would you mind holding that bottom C again, please? Thank you. It's this guy here. That's bottom C of the octave 4 foot. I wonder what it possibly could be. Do you see anything abnormal, anything that is not according to organ building standards? I don't know. I see an opening, I see a tuning scroll, and I see duct tape. Is that organ building approved duct tape? I don't think there is such a thing as organ building approved duct tape. So, isn't that annoying? And look. It's all hardened out. Do you see the dust?
That's awful. This is why we call them the duct tape and paper clip guys, because they do stuff like this.
Yes.
If you see a technician using duct tape or a paper clip, get them out of your building and out of your instrument immediately.
And if you discover duct tape on the larger organ pipes near the tuning scrolls after your technician has been, don't invite him back and send him a bill. Because this is what happens then, you see? And why did this happen? Because the pitch doesn't vary for 1.5 inches up and down. It varies from season to season. Maybe 1/4 inch, 5-6 millimeters, pop, 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 pop. The reason why it was turned down so much and up again was because the technician that used this thing can't even hear the pitch. Cannot even hear when it's right or when it's wrong. That's why it was rolled down and, oh, schnitz, no, that can't be right. And then back up and then, oh, now, blah, 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 blah. See? And a loose tuning scroll not only messes with our with buzzing, but also it stops from being a well-defined closed cylinder in which the sound wave is built up, and it becomes a fuzzy top end. So this pipe actually loses sound energy, loses definition, loses its ability to clearly stay at a particular pitch. And how do we fix that? Shall we just put new duct tape on? Wrong.
No.
You fail! No.
No.
We have to clean this off and we have to solder it shut. Great. Okay. So I guess we'll do that in a little bit. Shall we do this kind of sort of now? Okay. It's octave 4 foot bottom C. How are we going to tune the organ without octave 4 foot bottom C? People. Anyway, so let's fix it, shall we? And use gloves. Doesn't matter how good, beautiful, or not the paint is on these pipes, or on any pipe, or any finish. We use gloves. Okay, let's get cracking. Hello. Well, here we are. This pipe is a beautiful example. This is bottom C of the octave 4 foot. We came here to tune the organ and there was a complaint about bottom C having a buzz. This is what we found here. Some duct tape holding the tuning scroll sort of place. Well, actually covering up the seam here on the side because somebody who didn't hear unrolled the tuning scroll all the way down to here and then rolled it back up again, finally finding the more or less correct pitch, okay? And putting the duct tape there in order to seal it. Well, obviously, this is not a good idea. So, we came here to tune, so I do not have my mandrel here, I do not have my organ pipe soldering iron here, I don't have anything except regular tools. So what we're going to do is, we're going to fix it, okay? The way we're going to fix it properly is we're going to bend it out, we're going to clean the seam a little bit with something, and cleaning simply means removing oxidation and duct tape residue, okay? And we've got it resting, we've got the organ pipe resting on some gentle books that get used some days, so we shall try not to slide the organ pipe to and fro, because we don't want to scratch its finish. This is simply a file in its sheath. I hope you put your files into sheaths, and because we're going to take a few waves out here. And this is correct. A 100-gram hammer made in the, can you see it still? German Democratic Republic. I don't think it exists anymore. Anyway, so the hammer does, the Republic does not. I doubt it was ever terribly democratic. Anyway, be that as it may, we need to pay attention to where we are. And we can also do this here. And smack it flat. What we are doing here, by the way, is called restoring a tuning roll, okay? Eine Stimmrollen-Runderneuerung. Ha ha ha. That's German. And here, same thing. Look, this looks already nice and flattered, doesn't it? We've got a little bit of bacon shape here. Let's not worry too much about the bacon here. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. And by the way, all I have today here is this cool thing, which is an electric soldering iron. It's temperature controlled, which is good. That means it's not going to heat up and fry everything, okay? Now, let us start at the very beginning. That's a very good place to start. We're going to start the tuning scroll again, okay? And we're going to make it pretty. And we're using a smooth screwdriver that doesn't have a widened tip, so that way when we have a roll, we can actually slide it out without it getting stuck, okay? It's kind of sort of important. Every little detail is important. So please pay attention to the things that I'm not mentioning. Those are really important, okay? So we are creating, at the beginning, take your sweet time, we're creating the first turn. The first turn needs to be a pretty turn. Okay, like this. Okay, and don't worry too much about, see, we are not the first ones to leave some marks behind here. And the screwdriver also helps you to scroll, tuning scroll down nice and parallel. That means keep a 90-degree angle here, okay? And then when you're happy, you can simply go like this. And look at this, we're ending up making a pretty one. We're not going to go all the way where we was, where the duct tape brought us to. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze it in. Let's also not mess up the beautiful point case. Metal tools. Okay, so we have scratched here, remember? Okay, and it is loose and broken to here. So, what we need now is something that I might not have brought. But let me look. I'll be back. Okay, here we are. Blue tape. It's not my favorite brand, but we are out in the sticks with a rattling organ pipe. So we're simply going to do the best we can, okay? And leave this place a better place. Because we are stingy people, we're going to cut this in half, preferably with Italian scissors. Okay, and now imagine that you are creating a new seam here. Okay? Now, unfortunately, we do not have pipe organ flux here. Solder. Okay. Now let's see if we can solder our little friend. Well, it used to be solder. There we go. I've got it wrong. We're putting a spot there. Okay. We're tacking it. And you know you've done it correctly when it doesn't pop open again. That's really smart, isn't it? Now lead requires quite a high temperature. See, this is not working too well. Wait, we can also bring it out a little bit. There we go. Bring it out a little bit. Remember, this is supposed to be hot. Flux. So here we are. And what we're working on is trying to tack cracked, fell shut. And with the tuning scroll being lead, you really have to hold it there, okay? Okay, you have to pay attention. Make sure it really attaches to the lead. Okay, it's kind of sort of important. There we go. And this is what we do on this side. And if you do not have paper towel on hand, you need to clean our little friend like so. Okay? Yeah, tuning scroll got nice and warm. Now we're going to move this over to the other side. You can see how the tuning scroll has been fitted to one side of this rear center seam. Isn't that interesting? Let's put it this way. Okay, and there's a dent here. I need to take that out. There we go. Now let me see if I can rearrange the pipe so that we can see things a little bit better. Hymn books are your friend. Times. Okay. You can also use this, the rubber handle, and put this in here like a little wheel chuck. Here we are. Looks very nice. Still nice and warm. You see it attaches there. Very good. Okay, let's just take a little bit more of this coloration off. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now it's important that we fit our other tags parallel to the other side, okay? Can you try that? See? I'm going to start here. Hold it there for some time. We're going to count to a particular number. And oh, we've got a tack. And then do another one. Here, let's count to 10, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shouldn't be much problem in us burning through because this is zinc and lead and all kinds of cool stuff. There we go. And one more. There we go. And you will notice something interesting. You see, we're using gentle blue tape, so we do not mess with the gold paint. You see this? Before the duct tape, there apparently has been electrical tape. Somebody, this is a third generation repair that we just did. Okay, we're unplugging our friend. Put it this way. And what do you notice? No more rattling. How cool is that? This is how we repair a tuning scroll. And now you wonder, well, why the tacks? Now, in the shop, if we would have all the tools, what we would do, we would not only tack it, but we would also solder it completely shut. Okay? On both sides. And then we use the cutting hook for pipe making, and we re-score the lines in order to reopen the tuning scroll again in a new track, completely restored track. We are here in the field, so we're tacking it, and we're going to scroll it down. And if we need to come to the next scroll, what we can do, because it's a tack, we can actually break through and then have the next centimeter or so for tuning. Okay? And if you need to go further down, break through the next tack and carry on. Clack, clack, clack. Okay? But highly likely just one tack, that's all we need. Well, thank you for visiting. Shall we go back to tuning? I think so. You see the tacks, and you see the tuning scroll, and it doesn't rattle anymore.
Yeah. And you see where the duct tape used to be.
And the electric tape used to be underneath the duct tape.
Oh my goodness, tape and more tape.
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing, isn't it?
Can you turn it a little bit towards me?
Like so?
Okay, yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. And we also straighten out the roll, so we've got a nice, pretty roll. Okay? Yeah, we like things pretty.
Pretty is good.
Okay. And you just put it back in, I guess. There we go. Quite simple, basic. Well, thank you for visiting the Wilhelmy Organ School. Please come again. Let's get back to work, shall we?